Oh damn, Robert Reyes is in quick. Wow. What's going on, man? Dude, I'm surprised anybody's gonna be in right now because it's actually Mark is doing a live stream now as well. I actually just left Mark Robes from Robes Away. I just left his live stream to come watch this, to come do this. I had this scheduled, so I wanted to, but I didn't want to leave his live stream because he was giving some good information, and I like watching his stuff. So I doubt that there's gonna be a lot of people in here, which I don't mind. I don't mind that at all. I like the little people. I like being able to talk to people in here, so that's always fun. And I don't know if you saw the sort of topic that we had for today. One that I picked earlier today that we are going to discuss, and you guys give feedback and all that too. I'm not sure if my comments are coming up. But the one I wanted to talk about was the difference between, or what I believe is the difference between niche, indie, and artisan fragrances. I'm not sure if any of you guys have any input on that, but there seems to be a lot of a rift between what people believe with that. And I wanted to touch base on like the information that I got when I was looking up through the Art Olfaction Institute their descriptions of each. The Art Olfaction described basically, we all know niche is any brand or house that just deals with just fragrance driven stuff. Houses like I picked right here, Creed and Parfums de Marly are both high end niche fragrances. Big houses, big brands that have big backing, lots of money in them, and they make good fragrances. So they're not like designers where they make clothes and stuff like that. But yeah, niche houses are just directly towards fragrance. Um, Next is what the Art of Olfaction Institute. How's it going? Love Incorporated. How you doing? Um, Indie houses have smaller backing. They're owned. They're independently owned. But the difference with an indie house is indie actually uses different perfumers. So indie houses are ones like Gallivant Fragrances, and also Zoologist, both run and ran. But this is one by Nick Stewart. Obviously, Zoologist is run by Victor Wong, who are both perfumers in their own right and know their own stuff, but they outsource their perfumery. I think Fort and Manley is actually what we're going to talk about with the next subject. Fort and Manley, I think, is actually artisan. Artisan houses are like independent, so they're independently owned, but the person that independently owns them is the one that is the perfume. So houses like Imaginary Authors, houses like Tower, owned and perfumed by the owner. So Josh Meyer and Andy Tower own and perfume both brands. I saw someone mention Atelier. I think Atelier falls under niche. So I think, yeah, I think Atelier is a niche brand. They're a brand that has, they have a bigger backing, but they're not a designer that's making stuff other than fragrances. So that, when you say niche and including directly towards fragrances only, they could also make candles. Niche brands make candles. They make house fragrances and stuff like that. I know Joe Malone make scented lotions and stuff like that. It's still considered niche because it's directed around the fragrance. I like Imaginary, especially Coburn and Canary. That has the Coburn and Canary is the one with the asphalt as the as the imaginary note, right? Is that the one with the asphalt with the imaginary note? I smelled that before. I really dig that one, and I really dig one that a lot of people don't dig, which is bull's blood. I'm not sure if you've ever smelled that. Bull's blood is a really brash patchouli scent. I like it. I don't know. I got to figure out a time that I would wear it, and then once I do, I think I would purchase that as well. Cobra Canary is a great one though too. I really enjoy that. I enjoy imaginary authors a lot. Yeah, Bull's Blood is it's really unique, and it says I think the imaginary note in it is bull's blood. Um, but it's a in your face patchouli scent. Um, and I never used to like patchouli before, but something about that fragrance, the composition really well done. Josh Meyer did a really good job on that. Um, I don't know. I'm wondering. I'm not sure. I see Josh Meyer on ION2IA, and both are great. What's up? How you doing, Josh? Memoirs of a Church Pastor and Cape Heartache are both excellent. Both excellent scents. I'll admit to owning only the one, which is Slow Explosions. But yo, what's going on, Lee? What's going on, John? I'll admit to only one, but I want to own more. There's the Soft Lawn that I want to try. There's a bunch more. Every Storm is Serenade. Yes, indeed. Like all, even his newer release, I liked Saint Julep. It sort of has closer projection and doesn't last quite as long as I would like, but I don't. It's a summer scent, so I don't think it's gonna last too long. But Oh Unknown had a really nice tea note in it that I really enjoyed. I think it was a Lap Shang Susang tea. I need Every Storm is Serenade. I'll possibly swap Memoirs, possibly. Saint Julep is good also. I agree. Possibly swap Memoirs for Every Storm, huh? Yeah, you know what? Every Storm is a great. It has like that aquatic kind of nature to it, and hey, what's going on, Em? I'm surprised that you're even in here. I thought you were gonna yell at me or something, but I thought she was gonna yell at me. Man, Sarah, Oud Lemon Mint, straight fire, nonstop compliments. Yeah, you were. Stop. M is too important to be in here now. She's blowing up. And she has clients. No, I'm playing them. You know I love you. I love you. Yes, very unique. Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, I'm sorry, Em. No, I'm just playing. Yeah. So, and what we were discussing was the difference between. I was doing research on how to how the Artifaction Institute was defining the difference between niche, indie, and artisan. And what I was telling the other people was that niche, basically, as we all know, niche is the big main houses that are centered just primarily against they're primarily niche houses. Niche houses are the bigger ones. Niche basically means just centered around fragrance. So niche, the bigger niches, exactly. Love Incorporated, Creed, Parfums de Marly, real big niche scents. And I'm gonna say something right now that might actually trigger a lot of people. You could actually even consider our Moth in our niche scent. Technically, our Moth can be a niche scent. They make Guerlain. I think Guerlain is technically niche. I don't think they make anything outside of. I don't think they make anything outside of the fragrance realm. Guerlain is one that people argue about, and it's a hard one because they have their higher end line and all that. But I don't think that excludes them from the niche category because I don't think they produce anything outside of the scented realm. Going by the artifactive They're old. The Artifact Institute's criteria. And so then we were talking about indie. Indie houses are the independently owned. It's funny because it used to be defined technically, indie used to be defined as any house that is under distribution under 25. But what indie is mostly concerned with is indie houses are owned, they're smaller than usually the niche brands. And Article Factor defines them as houses like Gallivant and also houses like Zoologist. They're independently owned, but the owner uses outside sourcing of perfumers, such as, so like Zoologist is owned by Victor Wong, who is a perfumer in his own way. I'll get to that in a second. Gallagher Fragrance is actually Artisan. Gallagher Fragrance would be Artisan. Daniel Gallagher actually owns his brand and he's the perfumer. So that's the description, basically the definitive of what Artisan is. But do your chickens every live feed? I love it. I love it. Yes, they do. They do have large talons. So yeah, houses, back to indie. Houses like Zoologist. Victor Wong outsources his perfumers to come in and compose what he imagines. Nick Stewart from Gallivant uses perfumers from outside to put his composition as garbage for answer here too. You know what's funny about that, Danny, is I was actually today I did an old trick that I did back a while ago, which is I used to wear 2 to 3 sprays of Club de Nuit Intense and 1 spray of Pineapple Demeter. I don't know if any of you ever seen that before, but I forget where I learned that from, and it was a trick I learned somewhere. I forget. I think the one who likes the lemon pledge. No, I don't think. I think I like. It is a little brash. I like the smell of it. I think it's the impact of it that becomes offensive. Yeah, a lot of, and you know what? I had it in my, actually I'll show you, my gym bag is right here. So it was in my gym bag, which I did the Pineapple Demeter, which is right here, and the Armaf Club de Nuit Intense. And like I said, technically Armaf could be considered niche. I not to blow anybody's gasket or anything like that, but technically it can be. They only do fragrances. So yeah, so it's very it has nothing to do with pricing, because the funny thing is, so we talked about niche, indie, and artisan. Both artisan and indie can be considered niche because they only work around fragrance. I've used Armand Palladino as 1 spray of Pineapple Vintage. That works. Hey, what's going on, Chad? Dude, I'm surprised you're in here. I thought you would be in Mark's thing. I know Mark was just doing one, and I was watching it like right up to this point. I had this scheduled on my YouTube thing, so I had to come back to this. But I was watching Mark's thing, and then this sort of came up. I had this scheduled. I really wanted to watch Mark's thing, but I had this commitment, so I'm surprised that Chad's in here. So Chad, yeah, we were just talking about indie stuff and all that. I was trying to cause mischief, but he didn't acknowledge me. What? How can he not acknowledge you? I was watching Robe stream also. Yeah, you know what? Mark's so knowledgeable, and I love the advice he gives, because you know what? Like, he was touching base on one thing, and I try not to do this from time to time. I touched base on this before. You don't see me do a lot of the brand new releases every single time. First of all, I don't know how people keep up with those Joneses. I have bills that I have to pay. I'm not buying every single new release right when it comes out. I'm sorry. The ones that I will buy are the ones that I'm generally interested. Like I did AZZARO Wanted by Night. I did the Prada Luna Rossa Carbon, or Prada Luna Rossa Black. Right. Dude, no, the streaming's awesome, man. The streaming's fun. I like interacting with the people. Lee, you brought up the Tom Ford private collection. Yo, what's going on, Alex? How you doing, man? Lee, you brought up the Tom Ford private collection. That's somewhere. That's like because Dior has their private collection. They all, a lot of them have their private collections. I don't know if I would call them niche per se. I would call them private collections. Personally, other people could obviously consider them niche, and I understand because they are expensive. But the definition of niche is a house that doesn't do anything around. They only do things around fragrances. Look at what's everyone's scent of the day? What's everyone's scent of the day? What were you guys rocking today? Demeter is niche, definitely. Yes. Yes, it can. Yes, it can be considered. As a Canadian, I was always support Chad, even if he lives in crap province. Tom Ford. I'm wearing Tom Ford frames now, right now. Nice. Tom Ford frames, sick. Creed Aventus, nice. Green Irish Street, center of the day. Doing all right. Treating. So, Ontario does suck. You must. So I was just watching this thing on Canada about, hey, what's going on, Chris? How you doing, man? Glad you can make it. I just started like Perfumes of Marley. Perfumes of Marley is great. Like I said, I got Harrod over here. I got La Ree Miss Dream. Good girl, dude. I never, you know what? Actually, I was gonna do. I think the term niche is a term often used incorrectly. I think for me, niche should be something that isn't readily available and not readily attainable at stores such as designers, Hugo Boss, and Elements. The fact that designers make clothing or fashion, and the fact that most designers make clothing and fashion. And you know what? Attainability, the thing is about attainability is, yo, what's going on, Muhammad? Is that subjective to individuals' areas too, though. Here in Philly, places in New York, I know that I have access to a lot more than most, which I'm thankful for. I'm really thankful for. Places like that are in Midwest and stuff like that may not have that same accessibility per se. So yeah, that like stocking and stuff, accessibility is, I definitely think a factor, but I don't know how it would, like personally, I don't know how, and this is just my personality, because it would have to be broad spectrum across all around, but access is a lot with of the niche, slimmer than designer. It is. You know what? That's funny that you say that, because I just saw recently somewhere that the Creed was in Walgreens. Yes. Sugar is good, Chad. What would you consider hard to find? Would you consider a hard to find fragrance a niche scent? No, because there's a lot of hard to find designers out there. There's a lot of I think, and I'm not the book on this. Don't get me wrong. I was just talking about the what I learned from what the Artisan Institute said about niche, indie, and artisan. But I think designers make a lot of fragrances that are hard to find as well, especially like ones that can be discontinued and stuff like that, or ones reformulated, all that kind of stuff. Does that make it niche? My belief, and from what I've been researching and taught, I don't think so. From talking to others, I noticed they're selling Creeds on the Wish. No, don't do the Wish app. No. That's no, Josh. That's no. That's fine. That's fine. No. That's fine. I know you. Dude, I don't have a life. You have a life, so that's perfectly understandable. I don't have a life. But yeah, the Wish app was funny. And I'll tell you what, I was actually, and this may be stupid to put on YouTube. I don't really care. I trust all you guys. I was gonna do this thing. I had this idea of purchasing for videos. I was gonna purchase a bunch of scents from the Wish app and see how horrible they went. The ones like the Creeds that are $10 and stuff like that as well. Chris, is it good to be working out this late? Yes. Work out whenever you can. Just as long as you're not taking pre-workout this late. Yo. Sorry. Yo, Mark, what are you Mark, I was just telling people about how I had this one set up in my YouTube, but then I saw you came on. I'm watching you like right up until I had this set up for 10. So I'm watching you to like 9:59. I was like, damn it, it's coming up. So I had to put the feed in and all that. But I was like, I was watching you up until the end. You had some awesome advice. I love to see YouTubers compare crappy hero fragrances. Whoa! Whoa. Hold on. Big Beard B is in here? What? That we got some holy crap. I don't know how you guys even decide to come to this. Like, that is any of you guys. I don't know how any of you guys come into this. That is insane. Yo, B, man, thank you so much. Even if you're just dropping by, man, really appreciate it, dude. I saw a little post about you possibly coming up to New York for maybe a meet and greet. Count me in on that, Doug. I'll be up there if that's the case. Yes. From Philly to New York, I will walk my ass up there. But yeah, man. So yeah, like what are there's some holy crap. There's some big YouTubers in here. What are your guys' take on like the difference between niche or indie or anything like that at all? I'm a Bentley guy. I heard Big Beard B drives up here. Do you get starstruck when even one person, whenever people come in just to watch my content, I don't care. It's the spectrum. Like I'm surprised that people watch me at all. Like because this, like I said, this isn't all driven. No, whatever Big Beard B drives, I know there's a graveyard of dead boxes in the back of it. And I'm going to eventually wind up being in that trunk if I don't keep my mouth shut, because I don't know if you guys saw it at all. It was funny, and I didn't do it as like a direction towards Big Beard B. But earlier on, I did this video where I was like running away from people. And I didn't show who it was, and I made my way up into my apartment, and I opened the door. Yes, you do. You do know where I live. That was an awesome comment. I opened the door, and I'm talking to my empty boxes, and I'm like, they're coming to find us, and when they find us, they're going to freaking crush us. I'm sorry I can't protect you if they come. And Beer came in, and he said, I know where he's, because I won the 1821 man-made sweet tobacco, which I still love and I still preach about. That, I mean, that's a great fragrance. Technically, 1821 man-made sweet tobacco, that's technically a niche fragrance too. Mark and Chad are legends. Natural progression for Jeremy, making the best. Wait, natural progression for Jeremy, making the best of his education and channel. I ain't no legend. Chad, we talked about this last week. Everyone else, and even, see, Big Beard B just said it. Mark will admit it. Anybody in here will say that you are huge in this community except you. I don't know why. You're humble, dude. You're humble, but you're too humble sometimes. Just accept it. No, I'm not going to grab it. I'll tell you in your face. Chad, see? Look, everyone say Chad's a legend. Everyone say Chad's a legend. Hashtag that shit. Hashtag that shit. Get it on Twitter. Get it on freaking Instagram. Chad's a legend. Hashtag. Blow it up. Let him know. I'm telling you, let everyone know. Blow that shit up on every freaking social media you can. Because he needs to freaking know. By the way, Chad is a legend. Yes. Dude. And I was saying, Mark, I was talking about, before you even did come in, I was talking about how while I was watching your video, I liked how you touched base on, as a reviewer, that you weren't trying to buy like the brand new releases. I've admit to have doing that from time to time, but I try not to keep up with those new ones. Good night, Chad. Have a good night, man. Yeah, I try not to keep up with the new ones unless they're ones that are really, really intriguing me. Yo, seriously, everyone tonight, go on like your social medias and hashtag Chad's a legend. Do it on like Facebook groups and everything like that. Don't keep up with the Joneses. I know, you know what? That's something I will go broke if I do that. And I got bills I have to pay. I have a life outside of this. I do this as a hobby. This isn't my profession. I love that you touched base on that too, Mark. It still shows how grounded you are in this still. You know what I mean? You touch on a lot of amazing points for a video. You know what's funny, Chad, or I'm sorry, Mark, you know what's funny about that though? You know, half of the people that buy 1 million Lucky to review when it comes out are returning it right after they freaking, because if you buy it at Macy's or if you buy it anywhere else, you can return it right away and get your freaking refund. And they're just doing it for the review. I don't have that in me to just do some kind of stuff like that. I'm sorry. I know other people do it. I'm not calling anybody out. Just not me. I'm not doing it. If I want to buy something new, I will, but I'm not doing it just to do a review and then go return it to Macy's so I can get my money back. I'm doing things that I'm putting in my collection because I enjoy them. I you know what? 1 million Lucky. I tried it. I thought it's decent. It wasn't my me and Big Beard B have such different tastes. I know, but you know what? I did like I did like Commodity Velvet. I did love Commodity Velvet. I know me and Beard have different tastes. We talked a little bit about the Elysium and stuff like that too. And we always seem to not agree on a lot of things, but he knows I respect the hell out of him. Even if we don't agree, that doesn't mean I do not respect him at all. He has his opinions. I have mine. That doesn't mean any of us are wrong. If anything, I'm more wrong than he is. Y'all just hate him because y'all didn't get to sniff the Matt exclusive. Oh, Big Beard, man. It's. Are you ever gonna have your wife in front of the camera? I wanted to ask Big Beard to be that. You don't have to answer that. You don't have to answer that. You gotta respect all the reviewing thing. Yes, I do, and you know what? I try to support as many people as I can. I try to comment as many people as I can. You know what's the hardest part, and it's come more and more and I know the bigger YouTubers can attest to this too. It becomes harder and harder to respond back to every single one of the people that take the time to watch you, because I know that's important to me, and I'm sure it's just as important to you guys. And I'm only at over 17,000. Jesus, I'm only over 1,700 right now. I'm sure for you guys it's a lot harder even to respond as much as I know you want to, for the people that taking the time to appreciate and comment on your content. It gets harder, and that's something that scares me because I don't want to take away that time from anybody. Retro Rewind days make me feel like someone is getting classics, never into it. I like sports, fan watching Super Bowls and stuff like that. Yeah, I agree when Mark was talking about, I can't believe what he was saying. You need like 10. Yeah, right. Hit that number ASAP. Yeah, dude, that's dude, that's something that like if that I'm not saying that that would ever happen. If that does happen, that not scares me. I don't want to say scares me. It's sort of afraid of that success because like I said, I don't want to get to a point where I can't communicate with people that are taking the time to watch my content. And like I said, I know for you guys it gets harder and harder as well. I can't imagine that point. That's why I like doing these lives. That's why I like doing these stuff. That's why I like being able to interact more in this sense because even though I may not be able to act, hey, how's it going, Amy? How you doing? Even though I may not be able to interact, you need any guidance on YouTube, I'm available for you. Thank you, Mark. Dude, Mark, you're always awesome with that. Thank you. You can't stop the Sillage train. Choo choo. Thank you. You know what? Like, I'm very humble at all you guys that come in here. And whether it's watching my videos, whether it's through Instagram, thank you, Amy. Thank you. Whether it's through Instagram, whether it's my stupid, what's going on, James? I know you need your coffee. You've been needing that coffee, Mark. Trying to be when I was only 100 subs, man. He's very supportive. Mark, I know, and dude, to have these, you know what? Like, you know how good. I don't know how many of you guys remember how good it was to feel like when you were just a viewer. What's going on? I want to try to go to Milan next year. I want to try that. I can't make any promises. That is something I want to try to do. But I know a bunch of the reviewers that are in here. Do you remember what it was like just being a viewer and then having that reviewer comment back to you? Like watching somebody and having them comment back to you. I remember that feeling. I remember that it was good. I remember that I thought it was so cool that Carlos responded to me or that Big Beer B or Chad or Mark or any of these people responded to me. So that's something I always wanted to do with my, you know what I mean, with the interaction on my thing too, man. And I definitely keep up with that. Yeah, the feeling is incredible. It's amazing. It is. As far as it sends, yes, I've set aside something for that. I remember when I first started out and always left messages. You always left messages. I did. People never respond to me, which is why I make a point. People never responded to me, which is why I make a point. How did no one ever respond to you? How did no one ever respond to you? When? Every time, period. Every time you comment on one of mine, I freaking, well, I guess that's now. I have a viewer straight up tell me that they only work with people with more subscribers and star power. Screw that. No. I'll work with anybody like you were talking about, Mark. You know, a lot of times it comes with like time constraints and stuff like that. But anybody that's doing their thing passionately, anybody that's doing their thing, anybody that's, you know, trying to come up in this thing, I can't believe that, Mark, especially you. And Beard, every time you comment, I freaking highlight it at the top. So don't even yo, yeah, even the message outside of YouTube, it's dope to respond to comments. Yeah, it is. It is. And that's why like it's especially now with me trying to be more on what's going on, Mark? I feel it's a nice way for me to say thank you to reviewers to work that they do. I think a lot of time, the effort that they make on video. Yes, and you know what? Like when I first grabbed the camera and started to film, I had no idea how much work and effort went into it. I thought that it would be easy. Now, granted, my videos have like stupid editing with my little pop-ups and stuff like that. What's going on, Mark? You know, and I put music and stuff like that. But my editing is an expression of who I am. Those stupid pop-ups that you see that come up in my videos, those are the things that are going on basically inside this crazy noggin of mine. When I say iris and you see a freaking eye, like I think stupid things like that, and I put it up on the screen. Sinister Sillage, don't tell him, but he is me. He's me 10 years ago. That is actually me. King of Athlete, Mark, James Underwood, dude. They are solid people, guys. First video we watched on YouTube. First video you watched on YouTube. Thanks. Usually I delete my comments because I'm a fool and make foolish comments. Dude, you know what? That's one thing that I won't do on my channel, and that may open up to me getting trolled, and I have been trolled. And you know what? I have a different approach. I know a lot of people delete, and that's totally cool. I don't delete any of my comments that are made on my channel. Even if it's something trolling, even if it's something offensive to me, as long as it's offensive to nobody else, I don't mind. So, my first video is the first Big Beard B video I watched. The first Big Beard B video I watched, I remember it was with his glasses. I don't remember his scent. He had glasses on. And his hat, yeah, he had glasses on. I can't remember what that video was. I don't remember what the video was, but I remember the glasses. I remember that being the first one. I remember a box of something too. I forget what it was. My first Rose video. Your first Rose video was on grass? Just the way that I read that, just the way that I read that, Josh, was sort of weird. It was on grass. Yeah, it's my first Rose video. Man, I can't remember a lot. There's so many, like, everyone's grass by Gap. I know what you meant. That's what I was saying. That's what I was saying. But hey, baby, I watched all of them. The grooming ones, yeah, I watched the grooming ones too. And I hit the bell. Beard, every time you tell me to hit the bell, I do it. So then it unnotifies me and then notifies me every other video. So, I mean, I'm doing what you're telling me to do, but just to let you know, I'm getting unnotified and then notified every other video. Just bought Beach Hut Man off Max Aroma. Better be short-worthy. That works too. Oh man, Beard, I know you're gonna kill me. Like when you see me, like you're gonna come. No, I don't. Everyone knows. Like when I comment out of like love for you guys, man. Like I respect the hell out of every single one of you. I know. Like I can't imagine looking at Beard and then him. I mean, I've watched all yours as well, Chris. Thank you, James. Beard, I'm sort of afraid of seeing you when you come to New York. I'm not even gonna lie. You can drag my ass to my house and destroy my boxes. I'll make a video of me crying in the corner. Like it'll be good content for everybody to watch. I remember when B had to move. Yeah, dude, I remember B's move too. B's move video was he was shooting. He had some videos come out in between too. But then you had this, and then when he moved, he had this all new set. It was different. But dude, that camera that you got, man, B, that camera that you got, I want it. I'm gonna have to maybe stop or lower my spending on fragrances for a little bit. But that camera is sick. I'm gonna pick with all my boxes. You know what? The whole fucking box thing is so innovative, awesome, and so funny. That's why I made that video, because I know that there's two people. There's the ones that save it. And that was my wife. She forced my hand. I appreciate it. like I know there's half the people that say they're bosses. I know that there's the people that don't say they're boxes, and there's no in between. You either save them or you don't. Um, and the thing is, I really have no reason to save mine because I don't sell like my own fragrances. I don't know why. I just do. Um, they take up a lot of space, but I like the way that they look in my closet for some reason. So I save mine. And no jokes, 10 huge plastic totes of full boxes to Menfluential. Yo, you're going to Menfluential, B? They they stack better in storage boxes. Yes, that's what I was. I'm with Beard on the boxes. I know, because you toss yours every single. Josh, I meant to ask you, how many? So you don't keep yours? Yes, sir. All right, cool. Because me and Lee were talking about that a little bit, and I think that's something I want to do this year as well. I was gonna go this year, but I had a personal issue with family, and I couldn't make it out there this past year. But I wanted to go, and me and Lee were talking about that. Um, but dude, it would be crazy. Like if Beard goes. And dude, that Menfluential thing is gonna freaking be nuts. It's gonna be nuts. If Beer goes, if my crazy ass Josh, you get your ass down there. Um, that's cool networking. Like, it's cool when the fragrance community comes out in big support. Go. Um, but yeah, it's like that Menfluential thing is gonna be awesome. Kingdom Athlete, dude. Anthony's a beast. He's an animal, dude. He supports so many people, and he's such an awesome part. James, same awesome person in this community. I keep mine. I never know when I'm going to move. Yeah, I don't know if that's. It should be around. What was it? Was it January time frame? Was it January or February? That's what it was this year. February. That's right. That's what I thought. February. Are they talking about it already? Are they making the plans? I don't buy many bottles, so keep a few boxes. Isn't this the deal? I buy mostly decants. Decants are great too. Decants are great too. And you know what? Like, I know people as reviewers. I'm definitely going living in Louisiana. Yeah, dude, that's right next to you. You have no reason not to. Um, some reviewers won't review decants. Um, if I have a decant in my collection, I'll definitely do a review of a decant. And if it's something that I want a full bottle of, I'll state it. If it's something I don't want a full bottle of, I'll state it. Muhammad just sent me some fire ass freaking decants that I will definitely do a review on. But what is Menfluential exactly? Can anyone go? I think anyone can go. Yeah, I'm not. It's Sense X me Gator poor boy, please. Yeah, it's basically you networking with a lot of people that are influencers in other parts of the community. Has a lot of good networking. Ran by who was it? Uh, Alpha, and I forget the other guy's name. Oh man, that's gonna bother me later. But yeah, they do this huge thing. There's a lot of influencers, Alpha M, and I forget the other guy's name. But they're doing Real Men, Real Style. Yes. Um, they do like Alex Costa was down there. There's a bunch of influencers that are down there that you make connections with, and a lot of people. Freaking Lee did a video with Alex Costa. Lee did a video with Alex Costa. So where you at, DB? TB. But yeah. So I mean, do any of you guys as reviewers or anything have any input on Nova Scotia? Damn, dude, what time is it over there? Is that on like the eastern side or is that the western side? But is it East Coast? I have no idea. You guys make me all feel like idiots because Emmy's all in it, Mark's all in it, like East Coast. Like, damn, I feel like an idiot now. Canadians all up in here. Yeah. Wait, is Emmy Canadian? Em, are you Canadian too? You guys have a freaking strong force up there, man. That's crazy. Alex is Canadian. Maine. Okay. All right. At least you're in the northeast up here. So you guys are, dude, Canadians. You guys are killing the raisin to Canada's grapes. I'm not gonna comment on that. Sense is Canadian. You guys are hilarious, man. You guys are funny. I would love to visit Canada, and I talked to Chad about this earlier this year too. I want to make my way out there. I'm just kidding. I want to make my way up there. Cause I told me and Tad were talking. I want to be the first. I mean, I know no one comes up there to see you guys. I know the Canadians all come down here to see everybody else. I want to be one of the ones that goes up there to see you guys. Like that's something that I want to do. Like just because I know you guys put in a lot of hard work and effort, and I know that plane tickets aren't cheap. I know that you guys a lot, especially Chad. Especially like all you guys, like you guys really come out. I definitely want to check out Toronto. I hear Toronto's actually. What did I hear about? Did something happen in Toronto recently? I always wanted to go to Canada, countries as well. I have a party for you. That I'm definitely planning it. I was thinking maybe late September, early November time frame. When I have a little bit more vacation time stacked up. But yeah, man, you know what's funny? This is just totally off topic. Not that this whole video has been on any topic at all. But so I totally bashed Zara on my Instagram. I was saying how Zara fragrances, they leave them out for like a month, 2 months, and then they take it away. Anyone familiar with parfum extract version of Elysium? Yes, I have tried it. I do have a swap offer from a friend. Sprayed once from the bottle. Elysium full presentation. Full presentation. Yeah, I have tried the X-Straight before. It's good. It has different it all depends on what you like. The X-Ray has a little bit less projection, but lasts a little longer. A little bit denser. DB, why are you retracting? So, yeah, so I was talking about Zara and how they get rid of their fragrances, how they discontinue their fragrances after 2 or 3 months. I talked about that on my Instagram, and I tagged them in it. So, because, they should hear people talk about that. And the thing is, they do it, and I read why they do that. They do it so it creates more demand. They do it so it creates more buzz about the scents. And then when they're not on the shelves, people come in and they buy other stuff that are there. So it's a pretty shady practice. But anyways, so I talked about that. And then today I wore a Zara fragrance and I got a compliment on it. It was the Zara Tiveden, which is the one that smells like a little bit like Santel 33. You know what? They're legit, but don't go there. Don't go to Zara and expect to find what you want. They just stock however they want. They discontinue whenever they want. So don't go there with an expectation of finding what you're looking for. If you hear about fragrances or about a specific fragrance, just go there. And also, if you are looking for something and they don't have it, ask. So AZZARO. That's exact. You know what I told Zara? I may have gotten in a little trouble. I don't know. I don't think I got in trouble for tagging them, but I said that they like it's a shady practice that they do that, and they do it to create hype, and they do it so that they can release it 3 months later or a year later, just like they just did with Zara's freaking Vibrant Leather. They just released Vibrant Leather again in a 120 ml bottle now. So now there's even more hype about it. And now it's an eau de parfum concentration, but it still smells the same. And now there's a lot of hype around it. But guess what? It's going to be on the shelves again for about 4 months, 5 months, and then they're going to discontinue it without letting people know, just so that people can go to the store and buy something else. Shady practice, Zara. Sorry. The thing is, I don't think it's shady enough to where I'm going to boycott them, because I still want to get some more of their fragrances. So I'm not going to boycott them per se, but it is shady. It's still shady nonetheless, Zara. I know. We should do a fragrance video about jail fragrances, about going to jail. 25 life fragrances. I just did a life tag. Yo, what's going on, Bob? EDT was good. Now EDP, I don't know. No credibility. Yeah, you know what? I know Sebastian just said that the EDP was good. He said it smelled a little not as good. I'm feeling myself buying into Beach Hut Man hype. Almost pulled the trigger. Don't pull the trigger. Try it. Try a decant. Like I said, the only reason I said what I said in my video at the end was for hopefully that if somebody did try it, that Max Aroma had it for $189. But I said only if you tried it and you liked it. I you know what, like that, I had no affiliation with Max Aroma, so it's, you know, I only saw that with looking it up when I looked up the fragrance. Don't blind buy a scent because other people are talking about it. If anything, buy a decant and then wait, because you know what, eventually it'll go. Exactly. See, or never blind buy unless your name is Rose Away. You know what? I would love to hear yours on Beach Hut Man, Mark, eventually when you get to it. It's a different offering from your Arage. Best place to get BR540. There's a lot of groups where you can get awesome. If you're looking to get, yes, Figment Man. Did you see their new one? I just love the bottle of that new one, Imitation Man. Well, Chris, I was just telling them that it got down to $189, even though it's a new release on Max Aroma. I'm not sure how much they have left, but don't anybody who likes, don't go blind buying that stuff at all. I wouldn't tell you to blind buy anything. I would never tell you to blind buy anything. And I would never tell you that my opinion should help you dictate to. My opinion is my opinion. You know what I mean? Like, I think Mark just got done saying this on his live. Do your own research too. You know what I mean? Don't just take my word for it. I'm not gospel. I'm not church. I'm one dumb guy sitting behind a camera. There's a bunch of more educated people. There's a bunch of different experiences out there. And, you know, even through all that, still don't take everybody's word for it. Try it for yourself. Go out, order decants, order samples. You know, there's a lot of great decant companies out there, and you could actually try these fragrances before you buy them, because it sucks when you buy a fragrance and you hate it. It sucks. It sucks. It sucks. It sucks when you buy a fragrance and you hate it. You spent money, you spent over $100. Sucks. If you spent over $60 and you hate it, that sucks. Don't do that. me not blind buy it. Not blind buy it, but every once in a while, yeah. Don't be like Mr. Sillage and drop $600 on a blind buy. Don't. That was. throw my. That was. Yeah, that was a big. Hey, what's going on, Breezy? What's going on? Kimchi with cheese. How you doing? Yes, and you spelled it right, Em. It's brie like cheese. That's how I was told to remember, and that's why I always call her cheese now. Kimchi with cheese. She's my. You guys are awesome. Google user, the best Google user is the best name ever. It is. Just subbed to Breezy. Breezy has awesome content. She just did her. I just watched her top. What was it? Top niche for life. I like her name, so I'm subbing. Yeah, dude, Breezy's awesome. Lee, check out M too. Emmy Ever After has an awesome channel. She just got done shooting today, I think. I saw on her Instagram live feed. Or Instagram feed. Check out Robes08. That guy has a couple. Robes08 has a couple videos out. Not too many. He's just coming up. But he's knowledgeable. He's knowledgeable and smart. So he's gonna blow up in no time. Sense, awesome guy from I was gonna say Down Under, but that's Australia. Overrated, but he's decent. No, that's this guy. I don't know how people come in. There are a few decants I bought that I like, but a full size bottle is so expensive. I still won't buy full size bottles of Roja Does Creation 8. Yeah, and you know what? That's each individual. You know what I mean? Robes has sexy pop collars and ladies be worn. You know what? I ordered a sample of that Creation E from Lucky Sense, and then I thought it was one that I love. I love the scent of this. I love the scent of it. Double pop collars on an Amen review. Watch out. Nice. Creation E is this one, I can't get over that cognac that's in this, and that everyone talks about the Coca-Cola, and I think I even mentioned it in my video before, but it's so much more than that. Elysium is great as well. I don't even suggest buying freaking full bottles of Roja. I'm a freaking 35-year-old single male that has no obligation. I have no children, no ex-wife, nothing like that. So I spend money on fragrances that I want to enjoy. People, you know what? And people do or they don't, and I understand it. Don't ever blind buy a Roja. I've done it. I'm digging it a little bit more now. Are you? Yeah, I remember you saying that because you tried the Alexandria version of it. Ladies, he's courting. Whoa, LA Beast is here. What? The LA Beast is in the building. Holy crap. What? Yo, he commented on my video the other day. He did his have a good day. Man, that was awesome. Thank you so much for even if you just stopping by. Like, appreciate that a lot as well. Yes. Crystal Pepsi. Where's my Crystal Pepsi? I was telling people that, dude, this is all right. Crazy. The LA Beast, man. I need to celebrate. You know what's funny? Because he's not into fragrances, and I know that this is one that he talks about when he said he watched my channel. Beast, this is that one that we talked about. But I know Beast actually wears Calvin Klein's Eternity, if I'm not mistaken. Calvin Klein's Eternity, and I told him that is a classic fragrance from a designer house, especially from Calvin Klein. Now, the new Eternity Air one, smells like crap. Beast, don't get that. But the classic Calvin Klein Eternity, awesome scent. And it's one that it's a classic, it's a staple. The competitive, yes, the multi Aqua di Gio Beast. Here, check this out. You like this one then? This is Aqua di Gio Profumo. It's the same as Aqua di Gio, just a little bit of incense. I think you dig this one, Beast. Definitely check this out. Kevin, I can't believe you're in here. Holy crap. See, look, even the women are saying that it's sexy, Beast. I'm telling you, check that one out. The bottle is bigger than your head. I think that was the perspective. But if I do it like that, it does look like it's bigger than my head. And I think you can find this for a lot cheaper than the other ones that I talk about, Beast. Profumo, exactly. Than a lot of the other ones that you see me talk about. This is... I'm happy that I stayed on this long. Secretions Magnifique. No, don't tell him that. So Beast, there's actually this fragrance called Secretions Magnifique. And it is a fragrance that is centered around, don't say that, no way. Nah. It's centered around blood, sweat, and semen. It's a fragrance that you definitely shouldn't get. So don't listen. As much as Mark knows a lot. Man, no, I didn't say that. Beast is what Matt Stoney is a great competitive eater, but Beast has set multiple Guinness Book World Records. Multiple. Yeah. It's past the semen set, Kevin. Multiple Guinness World Records. The guy ate freaking cactuses. And I was just watching your video the other night again with the liquid nitrogen. With the liquid nitrogen. Dude, I don't know what you were thinking with that video. Holy crap, I never seen you scream that crazy in a video. Oh my God, that liquid video was that I never seen you. The ghost pepper chips was a great one. He just did I watched the the liquid hot ice when you put your hand in there and you screamed so bad. And as soon as you were done, you were like, oh, I gotta go to the hospital. That was the stupidest mistake of my life. Like, your scream, hilarious. Dude, you're such. I told people, like, when I saw you comment on my last video, out of anything, what I would say your YouTube channel and like your job description is you're in the business of putting smiles on people's faces, because that's what you do, man. That's like. With challenges, whether you're doing science stuff, whether you're doing the eating stuff, whether you're doing the Guinness stuff, just you put smiles on people's faces. That's an awesome thing. Secretions Magnifique is like an old kind of kitty of that Crystal Pepsi Challenge. Man, I got to watch this guy. Yes, dude. Skippy 62 Abel, the LA Beast. He is, dude, everything. He just. And you know what? Like, it sucks to see like the whole thing with what YouTube is specifically doing to his channel. I won't say much into that, but yeah, man, you keep doing you, man. You keep pushing with YouTube, like you, because that's what you do is you put smiles on people's faces and you make people laugh for that portion of the day, man. So just keep doing that, man. Yes, Bree, you should make a video. How many sprays? What are we talking about here? What are you ladies talking about? Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you, Kevin. I really appreciate that, man. Secretions. No, no, don't do that. Don't do that. Ladies are. I know. Big Beard B is in the house as well. I don't know if Big Beard B knows who the LA Beast is. LA Beast, Big Beard Beast, another YouTuber reviewer, Robes Away, Sense. These are all other fragrance reviewers as well that have way bigger channels than mine and are knowledgeable and smart. But these are Big Beard B, the LA Beast was just on here, and he's huge YouTuber as well. And dude, like, I really appreciate it. I was saying SM. Kevin, IFF. Look at you, man. International Flavors and Fragrance. How did you do it, Kevin? Man, you know more than you lead on to, my friend. You know more than you lead on to. Right? Exactly. My mom is standing next to me. Hello, Mrs. Beast. Hello, Mrs. Beast. Hello, Mrs. Beast. How are you doing? Yeah, you're, and I'll tell your mom the same thing I just said. Your LA Beast is in the business of putting smiles on people's faces, and he ensures that people have a good day. That's my impression of it. I'm not sure. I don't do it. I don't nearly do it as good as he does, but Kevin is awesome, and he's up close to the New York guys too. I believe he's up in she says it was good. You guys, now is being humble, Chris. You're just as bad. BBRB, can I ask you seriously, Mr. Zayas family? Yeah, man. Big Bear. For those that didn't know, and Mark was just saying, Josh, Crystal Pepsi came back because LA Beast started this whole campaign. He had signs up and everything, and he got this hype built around Crystal Pepsi because he did this challenge. And he got Crystal Pepsi back up. Man, this is a crazy so many fragment reviewers in Florida. Beauty Mal, Critical Virgo. Yeah. Actually, I think Lola Sense was just down there recently too. Can't say for sure 100% that is. Yeah, I think Lola Sense is down there too. But man, this has been going on for an hour and 7 minutes, a lot longer, and I have so many huge people on here, but I think I'm gonna cut it off. And thank you. See you too, Mark. Ben, I'm just about to shut it down. I'm sorry, but yeah, I'm gonna end it on this top note, man. I had a lot of huge people on here, and that's always appreciated, guys. I know we went a little off track. Have a good day. I will. I will. Thank you so much to everyone that's been in here, man. You guys really made my night. I'm probably going to be up for a while. Thank you so much. Love you guys. And as always, and most importantly, go frag yourselves.